Alrighty, good morning, everyone. Everyone is having a wonderful Saturday morning. This is Dr. Blake here with Actionable Financial Literacy Center, Blake Media. And hey, it's another great day in the US of A. And just wanted to let you know it's always a good day at Blake Media. And we're always having fun here. And see, I got my little extra stuff here because it's cold here in Arizona. Our weather has been rather different here. Uh, for some reason, it's a little colder. Now, Arizona is colder for us. I know some of the others in other parts of the country are, they're saying they're colder, but for us, when it's 48 degrees, it's cold. We don't like it when it's 48, but it's cold. It's snowing up in Flagstaff. They like it up there when it's snowing. But down here in Phoenix, Goodyear area, 48, and then you got to put a hat on and all that good stuff. It's like okay, a little chilly for us. So put little extra on. Um, this past week I had a little spill myself. I was had a little spill and I was like, man, what is going on? The VA took care of me. I had to go down to the VA because I was let me see if I can share my little screen here. Had a little bit of a little accident, and I had to uh, take care of a few things. And just one thing about being a veteran, they take care of you. I had a little accident there, and my little left foot there kind of fell. So I had to get some walking sticks and a little funny boot on my foot. But I'm okay. Stuff happens. All you can do is just press on with it. And so that's what I did. I pressed on. Hey, foot don't work. Get these little walking sticks to carry on with you. So I got to hop around for a little while. But my left foot is sprained, and I was in my backyard. Had Roger Rabbit and Bugs Bunny, and they were trying to hold a football for me. I missed the football, and bam, So hey, but stuff happens. What? So I'm okay, but I'm 56, going 57. You know, sometimes stuff happens. You just keep booking, keep on rolling. So with that, I have some information for today, as always, that I think will really build upon what I shared last week. I talked about looking at that financial man in the mirror, and I've been listening to Michael Jackson's song "Man in the Mirror," and because of this first quarter, with the for whole year, we're talking about it's all about me being you, and you looking at yourself financially. Because take care of you, you first need to take care of everyone else. Just like when you're on the airlines and they talk about if there's an emergency landing, if the oxygen mask comes down, they say put it on yourself first, then any loved one, a little one that you have made with you, because you got to be able to take care of yourself first before you take care of anyone else. So looking at that man and that woman in the mirror, you got to take care of you financially, and the rest, you and yours, take care of you first. And so I have that song playing. I've listened to it a gazillion times recently. So I'm looking at taking care of you financially first, and then you're able to help others. And more you gain, the more you can give as well. So this is 2023 is all about me, meaning you, building yourself up, and then taking care of others. So that's the book, our book. I say our because this is for everyone. God gave me this to give to everyone. Our model for financial literacy, the decision model. We want to gain more knowledge, and so it changes our behavior. These are the action model within that action steps that we need to take. Economics, money basics, investing, and borrowing, and then protecting. And those are things that we look at to correct and detect the errors in our thinking. And then we have our behaviors that we have to look at. Then the shopping cart, we take the shopping cart and we go through each stage of the action model here. And again, we're looking to correct and detect those areas. So we look at what's economically right for us, look at what's financially that we need to look at any monetary flaws, if there's anything unrealistic, and if we can recreate what we've learned, recreate it. We recreate it, and then whoever we touch, teach, and train, they were able to recreate it as well. So, and I keep reiterating all this because I want us to be able to recreate it. When I say us, those that are here, what I'm having to say, what I want to share, what I have to say, and recreate what I'm having to, what I'm sharing. All right. So then we move on. So this is for the year. We want to be able to see if you conceive it, you believe it, then you receive it. So what will you be doing this financial year? What will you be doing this financial year? And you know, I teach business courses at the local community college, and I was teaching courses today, and and not here, not today, but I've been teaching courses, and I had a student ask about when we mentioned about the recession that's coming, a recession. And one of the things when you hear about the recession is especially when you're looking at long term, when you hear recession, it's a sale about to happen. One way to look at it, especially if especially if you're young, you got a long term. Recession means sale. I mean, because the company's going to go down, that means the prices are going to go down, the stock prices are going to go down. That means that they're on sale because they eventually go right back up. But we'll talk later. I mean, you'll go cover those topics more. But when you hear recession, you hear sale, get ready to buy some. Best way to look at it. So you want to in this all we're going to be talking about developing a me attitude, being you. You got to develop that attitude, that mindset. All right. So financial reflection. This is time. This first quarter throughout the year, you're reflecting. You're looking and say, "Wow." Take a deep breath. What can I do to make life for me and mine? What can I do for me and mine to make life more enjoyable? What objectives can I accomplish? What can I set and take joy about? We looked at subjective objectives last week. This time we're going to look at some objective things that we can look at for now. So let's look at some of those things. All right. So we looked at solutions for the subjective things, subjective financial knowledge. We're going to look at some objective financial knowledge, and we talked about mammon last week as well. So, uh, the building financial literacy, that's in my book. That's more of a objective way. And then we talking about mammon. We may come back to that. Just depends. And then the mammon is in the book, which is the Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Now, our article, um, and that article talks about what I know, what I think I know, and whom I know. And the article talked about how in the current field that there are roughly $4.8 trillion in 401ks, but it's 25.4, 4.8 trillion in 2016, but of the 23.5 trillion that are in 401ks. And 66% of the people out there invest in 401ks. But you got to know why you're investing in the 401ks. What is it doing for you and your family? And some families don't know that. 66% of the people invest in 401ks, but don't know why, where, or who, or what about them. So that's a big thing that so many of us are investing in those. So many of us are putting our funds in those 401ks, but got to know why we're doing it, what's causing us to do them. And they just, sometimes we say, yeah, I invested in my 401k, but it's just like saying, yeah, I put my car in my garage, but what's in there? Because the 401k is just a garage. What type of car is inside of it? Do you have a Mustang, a Taurus, or an Escort? You got to know. You have a 401k? Well, what's in there? Is it a Ford Taurus, Mustang, or Escort? Do you know? Should you know? Do you want to know? And those are things. Now I put it in simplistic terms like that for greater understanding. There's more detail involved with knowing those things, but when you break it down simple like that, it helps. So if you have a 401k, which is a garage, what car is inside? A lot of times folks have no idea what vehicle is in there. And if you don't know what vehicle is in there, then that's where you can find yourself falling short. And you can always set an appointment with me, and I can come and meet with you one on one and talk about those things. Uh, but see, some of the financial objectives is one. Well, and now this is not an all inclusive, all one shot, all know it all, but it's things that you can look at it really and somewhat ask yourself about it. Risk in investment decision making behavior. What are some of your risk in investment behavior decisions? How much risk are you willing to take? And what are some of your behaviors? Sometimes people base their behavior on what they see, or what they hear from either their friends or from what the television tells them. Sometimes it's based off of the news or the media. It's based off of what a friend told them um, instead of doing their own personal research. And if when we do it that way, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and then there are times that we don't have our full knowledge. As a case in point, when I had a student ask me, I said that there's a recession. Okay, how do you know that there's a recession? What are the signs of a recession? Do you have any idea? Other than the fact that on the news, we're going through a recession, we're going through a recession. They're saying recession, but what does a recession mean? Do you know what cycle indicates that we're in a recession? How many quarters of a downturn uh, indicates that we're facing a recession? How much of a downturn, as far as market is concerned, how much is a downturn? I mean, how far down does the Dow have to be over what period of time as an indication that yes, we are in a recession? Do we know that? When you have an idea? And so, how much risk is involved? What decisions, behavior do you take at that point? Are you even got enough eggs in different baskets, cars in different lanes to make your investments kind of fireproof to that. And see, again, I make give these examples as a ways of understanding. Having cars in different lanes, eggs in different baskets, as a means of showing diversification. But if you aren't exposed or educated in that method, it's hard to understand. But stories and different uh, you have stories and different analogies help with the overall understanding of what needs to be done. Here's another one. Uh, what significant efforts of research are required to understand your returns? What efforts do you put into understanding the research required, or understanding that return in your returns? What efforts are needed, or the research that required? Do you do any research? Something is needed. You just can't not. You, well, I can't say the word not because every single not is a creation. Um, doing nothing, expecting something, is not a good choice. Yeah, hoping and believing is one thing, but it's the actions or inactions that you take or don't take will will give you what you've been, what give you what you expect or don't expect. So what research do you do? Do you get on? Do you get on the line? Go to the library? Do your own reading? So if there's sometimes if it's too much, we don't even do anything at all. It's like this, and then if you don't do enough, and if you do too much, analysis paralysis. You do enough reading and you start on there. You're like, this is too much for me. Ah! You stop. The other side of it is, does better access enable us consumers to make a quality investment opportunity, better return on investment and lower costs overall? Does better access enable you to do that? It just depends. Sometimes you get enough information, you have access to it. Yeah, it makes a difference. It can make a difference in what you do or what you don't do, and it helps in that sense that you can get better options when you know enough. When you know enough, get enough information, it helps get you to where you want to be. And when you get enough information, it enables you to get to where you want to be. Then it makes sense. But all those things, when you look at it in one, all those things, it goes back to, Dr. Joe, maybe I ought to think about that. You know, that's probably a good idea that I look at my risk and my investments. Yeah, maybe I should look at doing some effort and research into those things, and maybe I should look at am I having access to and look at the different opportunities that are out there so I can better my return on investments, and look at the overall cost because there's no free lunch. If you're going to look at getting the investment return or getting some type of better access to investments, it ain't all free. It's there's no free lunch. You're gonna pay for what you get. You're gonna pay for that, right? All right. So now let's look at financial questions you can ask yourself. Now, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of products. Best self is what I'm using to kind of to coincide with what we're learning. And the best self, they have they got journals, they got, and so I'm looking. I'll go through is from self awareness, but I kind of cater to them, and they find so that way it coincides with what we're learning. So one of the questions here is, what have you and this is help us look at our behaviors and see how what kind of push us to alter those behaviors that we have. So the first question I have for you is, what have this is you asking yourself this? What have I accomplished recently? So you're asking yourself this: what have I accomplished recently, financially, that I would have shocked you a year ago? So what have you recently accomplished financially that it would have shocked you a year ago? So recently, what have you accomplished financially that would have shocked you a year ago? Wow. Well, um, last year I went on a whole bunch of trips, all in one year, and it was intentional, but not intentional. But it was like, my goodness, I've been all over the place in one year, and it was after I was like, you know what, this year I don't think I can run that much, but uh, went to Vegas, I went to Georgia, went to South Carolina, and went to Thailand. And I was like, my goodness, Joe, you all over the place, bro. Hung out with some tigers. A couple of my friends says, look, Joe, we don't hang out with tigers. But what have you done that would have shocked you a year ago? Now, if it's been the same than last year, there needs to be a change. You look at that. That needs to change. That needs to change. Second question: what was the last time you truly enjoyed a vacation outside of the U.S.? And where did you go? If you haven't traveled outside of the country to see how another country lives, sometimes you don't really appreciate being here in the U.S. You may talk about the country, you may talk about the way our government run, which, yeah, they got some issues. But hey, you ain't going over there yet and realize how that country has been, how that country runs, how their infrastructure is, their roads and grounds. You go over there, you be coming back and you be singing all the songs. I'm proud to be an American, where at least you be singing all those. When you come back, you be saying like, oh no, I'm glad I'm over here. You need to go so you can come back and see. Then you won't be singing all that. You go overseas to another country to see how they live, and you be saying like, "Oh no, man, I'm here. Go someplace else. Go to another state. See how that one state to another. No, they still got McDonald's and the food still tastes the same. Go to another country and taste McDonald's. Oh no, what's going on here? Difference. Until you go to another country and stay for some time. Honestly, if you live in another country for like a year, 2, maybe 3 years, then you be saying like, negative. Mm-mm. The military, we go to other countries and we stay there for that long, and then we know how it is. That's why the military, we have that unique ability to go someplace like that. Not all, because every now and then you get one little loose cannon who goes in the military and come back and they still do stupid stuff. That happens. But for the most part, that's why the ex-military, veterans, we stick together no matter what we look like. We all take care of one another. All right. What is you measuring your financial happiness now? Measuring your financial happiness on a scale of 1 to 10. What is it? What is that? What is that scale? 1 to 10. Why is it that number? Okay, you got that your financial happiness. Okay, you got that. Why is is it that number? And how could you get it 1 point higher? All right. Yeah. So let's see if it's that number. You got that number right. Why is it that number? Because you're not a millionaire yet. Okay. That's why it's that number. Okay. What is it going to take you to get that one number higher? Okay. Start putting some more money away. That's fine. Okay, we'll do that. Whatever it is, that number. You know why it's that number. Okay. Right now, take the next step, get the point higher. Start doing doing something about it. Put some actions. Put some actions about it. So, because we're talking about self awareness, and it starts with a self reflection. And sometimes you don't want to look at yourself, but you got to look at it. Sometimes you can look in the mirror and say, "Oh my God, man, I gotta make this thing happen." Stop talking, stop mouthing off at it, all the good stuff about anybody else, but look at you, that man or that woman in the mirror, and say, "Okay." And it starts at any age. Starts at any age. Who's that? Colonel Sanders was 66 when he started doggone Kentucky Fried Chicken. It ain't too late. Ray Kroc started McDonald's in his 50s. So it doesn't matter how old you is, it's time to get it done. Because you can always revert back to band. If those dudes did it when they were that young, I got time. I got time. All right. Oh, I don't know how that slide got there. Okay, these are some of the reference materials that we use. And remind you of our book club. That's on Mondays at 1 p.m. You can go to my Dr. Joseph Blake Jr. page on Facebook, and you can find a link there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to recreate that page too, but it'll be a link there. Here's the motto again. Knowledge, behaviors, those are actions that we're looking to correct and detect our actions in finance and our personal finances. And we look at it on a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual basis. Those are the behaviors. We do use this shopping cart in each stage of the action model there to correct and detect those behaviors. That's what we're looking at. And then there's that's my little thing saying for this year too. Money only speaks one language. If you save me today or invest, I'll save you tomorrow. So that's the money. And money, these are different types of money right here. So money is just a tool. But if you save money today, you'll save you tomorrow. So with that, that's the information, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding I have for you today. I hope it was something that was very beneficial for you to learn and understand. I'm always about giving the best I can with all I can to educate us all. I learn as I share. It's not to say I know a lot. You know, I don't know it all. I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. So this has been Dr. Joe Blake with the Actionable Financial Literacy Center and Blake Media. I hope you have a fine and wonderful Saturday afternoon, and get ready for the playoffs. I'm a football fan, so 2:30 Arizona time. That's when it's going to start. I hope everyone have a fine, wonderful, and blessed day. Again, Dr. Joe Blake signing off, and hope you have a financial blessing for the rest of the week.